Awesome. So you're finding yourself seated, palms facing up to receive, palm facing down in order to find groundedness. And then where you'll move next, you'll start to close your eyes. And then just make note of how you've arrived, how your body feels today after maybe a longer day of work or a longer day of doing not a lot. The fact that you've set aside the time to put an hour to yourself is very special. It's very important. It's great for you. It's great for your body. It's great for your soul and your spirit. So just allowing for you to find a sense of gratitude for where you are right now. We'll be focusing a lot on gratitude today as we move through our practice. Gratitude for our body, for our ability to do yoga and to sit and be within the community that we have created, whether it be in person or via the internet. God bless Bill Gates. Wherever you are, find a deep inhale, fill up down through the belly, allow for your diaphragm to grow long. From there, grow east and west in your ribs. And then lastly, fill up the chest. Allow for your body to get as much oxygen in it as you can. And then once you feel like you can't hold it anymore, pause for a moment. And then exhale, let it all go. Inhale, fill up down through the belly. Expand east and west in the ribs. Rise in the chest. And then lastly, sip in a little bit more air. Pause. And exhale, let it go. Take another inhale, fill up through the belly. Expand east and west. Rise in the chest. And lastly, take a tiny sip, the top of your throat. Pause. And then exhale, let it go. We're going to move through a few, a bit of breath work to start and then find ourselves in a nice meditation to start our class. So what we're going to do, if you ever find that have a high stress or high blood pressure or any sort of type of rising of anger or anything along those lines, you can find yourself in a hissing breath. It's very therapeutic. It calms the central nervous system. So how you would do that is kind of just as it sounds. So you would take a deep breath in, and exhale. It sounds kind of silly, but since we're all in our homes, take a moment and try it out. We'll move through a few breaths just to finally sink in, find a sense of relaxation, and then move into our metta meditation. So on your own breath, find an inhale, exhale. Finish the breath that you're on and do one more. Mindful meditation is our best friend. It allows for us to be a lot more present, a lot more mindful. Hi, Clover. As we move into our metta meditation today, it signifies increasing our awareness of love and kindness. So how we're going to move through, there's going to be 3 different parts. You're going to start off by saying to yourself, may I be happy. May I be safe. May I be healthy. Take a few breaths, really focusing on your inward self, and really let those concepts of may I be happy, may I be safe, may I be healthy, really sink in, kind of deep into your bones. Now, think of someone that you love, a loved one of yours. This could be a significant other, a parent, a fur baby, an actual baby. Typically, the first person that you think of is a great person to focus on. And then take that mantra, may you be happy, may you be safe, may you be healthy. Send that love to that loved one and really focus inward. Now, lastly, think of someone who is very challenging to you. Someone that is what you would like to say is your greatest teacher, that allows for you to find compassion and understanding, that may be a bit frustrating at times. And send that mantra to them. Come back to your breath. Maybe focus on how your body may have changed from how maybe finding tension that you didn't have prior after thinking of this person. And then take your breath and allow for it to melt away. Allowing for you to share the love and the light that's within your heart with the people that need it most. Find another deep breath in, fill up the lungs. And exhale, let it go. Wiggle your fingers. You start to flutter your eyes open. You're welcome to stay in your meditation if that's something that you would like. But if you're ready to move on to the physical part of our practice, we'll come into child's pose. So bring your knees out wide, your toes together to touch. We have a few options here, actually, before I say that. So it's kind of like build your child's pose your way. So you can have your knees together if you want to make it so that you're more focusing on your low back. It's a little less forgiving. If you want to focus on maybe the flexibility in your hips, you can have your knees out wide towards the edges of your mat. And then from here, rest your forehead down onto the earth. You can reach your arms out long. Allow for your palms to maybe be pressing down into the floor to find an active child's pose. You can let your arms hang heavy if you want that as well. And if this isn't suiting you, having your shoulders exposed, your arms out long, you can take your hands, you can place your arms, your forearms down on the ground beside you, palms facing up. So you're kind of curling in like a little ball. Wherever you are, find a deep breath in, fill up through the belly. And exhale, let it go. Feel your bones become heavier, your muscles become heavy, down to towards the earth. Find another deep breath in. Fill up this space between your legs. If your belly is exposed, allow for it to hang heavy. And as you exhale, allow for yourself to sink a little bit deeper. Maybe rock your forehead from side to side, acknowledging your third eye, allowing for it to have a bit of presence as you move through your practice. If you have your arms at your side, start to make their way towards the top of your space. So your fingertips are out long, like the traditional pose for a child's pose. And then as you inhale, rise your forehead up about an inch up off of the earth and walk your fingertips over towards the top right corner of your mat. You can maybe take your left hand, place it on top of your right, sink down in your left hip. Fill up your breath into the left lung. Love you find that nice stretch, that line of energy from the pinky on your left hand all the way down to the hip joint. Find a deep breath in. And exhale, let it go. Inhale, walk your fingertips back through center. And then exhale over to the other side, maybe placing the right hand on top of the left. Sinking down into the right hip. Expanding in your right side body. Feeling the nice stretch in the armpit. And as you inhale, filling up the right ribs. Exhale, sink deeper, allowing for the right hip to come closer to the earth. Inhale, come back through center. Make your way up onto tabletop, so all fours. So place your hands directly underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. And then as you inhale, we'll move through cat-cow. So flip your tailbone up to the sky, sink down through the belly, shine through the chest, bring the head up for cow. Exhale, tuck your tailbone, round through your spine, press the floor away, broaden through your shoulder blades, and then lastly, drag the head down, angry cat. Inhale, flip the tailbone to the sky, sink down through the belly button, rise the head up for cow. Exhale, tuck, press the floor away, tuck the chin, angry cat. Move through cat-cow, in with your own breath. So as you inhale, sinking the belly down to the ground, and as you exhale, pressing the floor away. You can invite in any organic movements that may seem right and helpful in your body tonight. You can snake your hips from side to side. Come to and from child's pose. Maybe barrel roll your chest in one direction and then the other. Anything that might be of service to you. Find a deep breath in. Exhale it out. Once you feel like you're complete, come to a flat tabletop. Inhale, shine your right arm up to the sky, expand your wingspan. Exhale, thread the needle. So place your right shoulder down onto the earth, your right cheek down onto the earth. You can keep your left hand near the face, or you can walk your fingertips out towards the top of your space. You're also welcome to take your left hand and wrap it around the small of your back for a half bind, maybe grabbing for the right thigh. If you want a little bit more intensity, you can take your left foot and you can put it out at about a 45-degree angle. Whatever helps to deepen the stretch, deepen the twist. Good job. Or wherever you are, if you feel as though you lose your breath, maybe take one step back. Maybe close your eyes, remove the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Start to walk your extremities back to where they were. And then as you inhale, shine your right arm up to the sky, find a counter twist. And then exhale, plant the hands down onto the earth. Inhale, shine the left arm up to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle. Place the left shoulder down onto the earth, the left cheek down onto the earth. You did so on the other side. Maybe walk your right fingertips up towards the top of your space. Find a small bind, or extend the right foot long. Wherever you are, envision bringing your hips back in space ever so slightly to the left, intensifying that twist in your lumbar spine. Come back to your breath. Allow for it to be, and these poses to become an accompaniment. Start to walk your fingertips and your legs back to where they were. And as you inhale, shine your left arm up to the sky. And exhale, plant the hands back down onto the earth. Tuck your back toes and send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. You find a bit of a pedal out through your legs. It could be your first time doing down dog today, so you can take him for a bit of a walk, I would like to say. Yeah. Pedal through each one of your knees, maybe swivel your heels from side to side. Gently, carefully rotating your shoulders, maybe in one direction. You can find extra space in your down dog by coming up onto your tippy toes, sending your hips up as high to the ceiling as you can, maybe taking a little bit of a bend in your knees. Trying to close the space by pressing your chest closer to your thighs. Press down through the L parts of your fingers. Now send your heels down towards the space behind you, straighten through your legs. Rotate the pit of your elbows towards the front of your space. Focus your gaze between your two big toes. Beautiful. Now inhale, shine the right leg up, high, strong, and straight to the sky. Heel towards the sky, toes towards the ground. Now take a bend in your knee and stack your hips. So bring your right heel towards your right glute and then send your right knee up to the sky. Bring your right armpit down in space. Maybe take some knee circles, lubricating the right hip joint in one direction and then the other. And once you feel even, come through to, on an inhale, to a three-legged dog. And then as you exhale, low lunge at the top of your space. Plant the foot in between your hands. Yeah. Soften your back knee down to the earth. And then as you inhale, using the strength of the quads and the insides of your legs, draw a line straight up for Anjali Asana, low crescent lunge. Let me move that a little bit higher. Beautiful. As you come up into Anjali, you're creating space up and out the fingertips. And as you exhale, you sink a little bit deeper, opening up the left hip flexor. Yeah, beautiful. Good job. As you inhale, envision pulling your ribs up and out of your hips. And as you exhale, sinking closer towards the earth. Beautiful. Find a deep breath in, rise a little bit taller. As you exhale, cactus your arms, take a bend in your back, a tiny back bend, engaging your core, but opening up the heart, opening up the chest, maybe focusing the gaze up to the sky. Yeah. Inhale, rise back up, Anjali Asana. Exhale, half split. So straighten through the front legs and the toes up to the sky. So the right leg is straight, right toes are up. Take your right thumb, stick it in your right hip crease, and then actively pull your right hip back in space. That'll send your left hip forward and allow for you to be straight between the hips. Then as you inhale, shine through the chest. And as you exhale, try to close the gap between your chest and your thigh. As you inhale, envision someone pulling a string out through the crown of your head to make yourself longer. As you exhale, sink closer to the earth. Maybe windshield wiper your foot from side to side. Yeah. Inhale, bend into the front leg, and then toe heel your foot to the outside of your mat, or towards the outside edge of your mat. So still on the mat. Place both hands inside of your front foot for lizard pose. So if you need to maybe move your back foot back a little bit more to get deeper into this stretch, you can. You want to have your knee directly over your ankle. So you're straight. Oh my gosh, what am I trying to say? Your lower leg is a straight line. As you inhale, shine through the chest. As you exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Maybe come onto the tents of your fingers. So your fingertips are tented, so it looks like you can put a miniature cupcake underneath your palms without trying to squish it. And then as you inhale, shine through your chest, sink down through the hips like an up dog. And then as you exhale, straighten through the front legs and the toes to the sky, half splits. Inhale, lizard, come through. Exhale, half splits. One more time. Inhale, come through towards the front of your space. And then exhale, straighten through, half splits. Beautiful. Tuck your toes and then send that front foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, send the left leg up high to the sky. Heel high, toes down. Then take your heel, connect it to the glute, and then stack the hip. Send the left knee up to the sky. Maybe rotate the knee in circles in one direction and then the other, lubricating that left hip joint this time. Feeling that nice stretch in the hip flexors, the insides of the thighs. Then when you feel ready, inhale, come through center, three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge. Soften the back knee down to the earth. Place the shoelace side edges of your right foot onto your mat, and then with your control, come up on vinyasa. As you inhale, find length through the spine. As you exhale, sink deeper into your right hip flexor. Beautiful. Find a deep breath in, reach up through the fingertips. Exhale, cactus the arms. Find that tiny back bend, shine through the heart. Inhale, come back up on Johnny. Exhale, plant the hands, half split, straighten through the front leg. Send the toes to the sky. Take your left thumb, stick it in your left hip crease, and then actively bring your left hip back in space. It's amazing these little adjustments that we do can completely open up a different world of the pose. So as you inhale, shine through the chest, allow for yourself to be spacious, and then exhale, sink closer towards the thigh. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, coming out the crown of the head. Exhale, close the space. Maybe one shall vibrate your foot from side to side, making note of the different movements that come from moving the foot and allowing for you to get into the different parts of your hamstring. Inhale, start to bend into your front leg, toe heel your foot to the outside edge of your mat. Place both hands onto the inside of your space for lizard. Maybe start to move your right foot back if that's comfortable, if that's flexible, getting deeper into the hip flexors. And then taking a moment and just sinking into this pose. Find a tenting on your fingers. And then as you inhale, shine through the chest. Exhale, straighten through the leg, half splits. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, come back through center last time. Then exhale, straighten. Plant your hands, and then come up and active onto the back toes. We'll move into Malasana, which is yogi squat. So you're gonna take your right foot and just bring it to the outsides of your hands. So you're in like a frog squat. So you have both hands onto the inside and your feet are out wide. So your toes can come out at about a 45-degree angle. And then you'll wanna drop your hips down as low as they can go if this is comfortable. If you have, this is absolutely hurting your hips, you can take a pillow or something else, a block or something, a book to support. But if you're here in Malasana and yogi squat, you want to ignite your pelvic floor so that you maybe can lift yourself up a little bit higher. Actively press your elbows into the insides of your knees so that you're able to form Anjali Mudra prayer at your heart center, but also still remaining active in your upper back. Yeah. Michelle, I don't know how well this will do with you after recently giving birth. You're like, this hits too close to home right now. Beautiful. Find a deep breath in. And exhale, send the hips up, downward, or forward fold. So toe heel your foot so that the feet in so that they're about hip width distance apart. You can take a generous bend into your knees. Grab for opposite elbows. Let your belly hang heavy on your thighs for ragdoll. Yeah. You can maybe sway from side to side, transferring the balance in your feet. And as you move through that, make note of how the balance is transferring from one foot into the other. Maybe shake your head yes, shake your head no. Start to brain drain out anything that's not serving you, envisioning a nice steady trickling stream coming out the crown of the head and to be splashed down onto your mat, never to be seen again. That is to be any stresses or sorrow that may be resonating with you this evening. Release the arms and slowly, by stacking one vertebra on top of the other, come into standing with your eyes closed and your hands to your heart center, your Anjali Mudra. The beautiful thing about yoga is that we not only get the opportunity to move our internal bodies, but we get the opportunity to move our external bodies as well. So the beautiful thing is that you're able to set an intention for yourself. As you move through your practice today, a little mindful nugget of information, a nugget of love and light that you can come back to just as you do with your breath. What I've been focusing on is expressing gratitude for my body exactly how it is right now. The ability to do yoga, the support of the earth beneath me, the support of my loved ones, the support of furry friends, other friends, allowing for you to become exactly who you are and exactly how you are, how you show up is completely accepted and grateful. Not only by me, not only by the others in this class, but by you, by everyone else around you. So as we move through our class today, I invite for you to find gratitude in how you've shown up. Find a deep breath in. Exhale out the mouth, let it go. Finding a seal for our intention. Start to flutter your eyes open. Inhale, rise arms up overhead, mountain pose. Reach up high, root down through the feet, up through the fingertips. Take a deep breath in. Grab for the left wrist with your right hand and inhale, make yourself a little bit taller. Exhale, rooting down through the feet. Start to bend over to the right side. Yeah. So you're still strong and steady in your left foot. Feeling that nice side body stretch in the left side of the body. Inhale, come back through center, switch the grip. Exhale over to the other side. Root down through the right foot. Allow for yourself to find that space, grow that space in the right side body. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, cactus your arms, find that tiny back bend, ignite the core this time so that you only focus on growing in the upper back. Take a deep breath in, come back up through center, and then exhale, fold down. Inhale, halfway lift, plant your hands onto your shins, make the number 7 with your body. So you have a flat back, a line of energy coming from the base of your tailbone out through the crown of your head. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, plant your hands and step your feet back, high plank. Inhale, shift to your tippy toes. Then as you exhale, slowly lower all the way down to the earth with your elbows kissing the sides of your ribs like a tricep push-up. Untuck your toes and zip your legs up so much so that your knees come up off of the earth. And then utilizing solely your strong back muscles, inhale, baby cobra, Bhujangasana. So you're able to possibly float your hands because you're solely targeting the muscles in your back. Rise up a little bit higher as you inhale. Then exhale, let it go. Inhale, back up, baby cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, Bhujangasana, baby cobra. One more time. Exhale, lower down, tuck the toes. Inhale, press up, high plank. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Inhale one more time. Then exhale. Inhale, look to the top of your space, come to your tippy toes, find a bend in your knees, and then you can either step or hop up to the top of your mat. Yeah, beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift, make the number 7 with your body, reset the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise up, Tadasana, grab for the left wrist. Exhale, bend over to the right. Inhale, back through center, switch the grip. Exhale to the left. Inhale through center. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale through center. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step the feet back, high plank. Inhale, shift forward onto your tippy toes. Exhale, lower all the way down to the earth. Inhale, baby cobra, untuck the toes, shine through the chest, maybe float the hand. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press up, high plank. You can always come up through your knees as well. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Exhale. Inhale one more time. Exhale. Inhale, look to the top of your space. We'll move through one breath to one movement. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, Tadasana. Exhale, bend to the right. Inhale through center, switch the grip. Exhale to the left. Inhale through center. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale through center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands and step your feet back high. Plank. This time, shift to your tippy toes just as you did before, but only lower down halfway like a tricep push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Come to the tops of your toes, shine through the chest, straighten through the arms. Allow for your thighs to be up off of the earth so you're engaged through your core. Yes, beautiful. Take a deep breath in. Nice job, Nicole. Exhale, downward facing dog. The only up dog I'll ask you to hold. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take another inhale. Just know as we move through our practice today, you have the option to go all the way down to the earth into up dog or into baby cobra or only halfway. So we'll move through our sun A or Surya Namaskar A 2 more times. So as you inhale, look to the top of your space and exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain. Grab for the left wrist right away. Exhale to the right. Inhale through center. Switch the grip. Exhale to the left. Inhale through center. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, come back up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana of your choice. Plant the hands, step the feet back. Either go down halfway or all the way. And you're always welcome to skip it all together and meet me in down dog. Yeah. As you exhale, make your way into downward facing dog. Beautiful. Yeah. Find a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale to the top of your space. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain, rise up. Grab for the left wrist. Exhale to the right. Inhale through center, switch the grip. Exhale to the left. Inhale through center. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Plant the hands, step the feet back, lower down halfway or all the way. Inhale, up dog or baby cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, look to the top of your space, come to your tippy toe. Exhale, travel up to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. So sink down into your quads. Allow for your booty to be buoyant and get engaged. Carve your low belly up and away from your thighs. Energetically bring your knees so that they're over your ankles. Rest your shoulders down and away from your ears. And then reach your arms out about a 45-degree angle. Can you sink down a little lower? I know you can. Yes, Michelle. Beautiful. Just remember that nothing is forever. If you find that you're being challenged, Alyssa, stay there. Send your breath to where you need to. Beautiful. I love it. Take an inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga. Or meet me in downward facing dog. Yeah. Inhale, lift the right leg up high, strong, and straight. Exhale, low lunge at the top of your space. Engage your inner thighs by actively pulling your right foot back and your left foot forward. And then as you inhale, using your core, draw a straight line all the way up, high crescent lunge. This is kind of a wobbly pose as you come up. So finding that igniting of the legs and then drawing a line up could possibly help with refraining from those wobbles. So once we find ourselves here in high crescent, our heels over the ball mount of our back foot. Our front knee is directly over our ankle. Our hips are square towards the front of our space. So envision bringing your left hip forward, your right hip back. Shoulders are rested down and away from the ears. Find a deep breath in, rise up a little bit higher. Exhale, open up, warrior two. So here in warrior two, our back foot's parallel with the back of our space. Our knee is directly over our ankle still, so we're finding that nice bend in our right thigh. And then our toes at the front of our space is pointed at 12 o'clock. Your arms are rested strong out towards the front and the back of our space. Our gaze is over our front middle finger. Rest the shoulders down and away from the ears. Allow for the shoulder blades to connect at the middle of your back. Beautiful. Find your breath here. Find gratitude for your body. Surrender your front palm up to the sky. Inhale, reverse your warrior. So send your front arm up and back, your right arm up and back, but still bend into your right knee. Yes. Yeah. Good job. Beautiful. Find your breath centered into your right side rib. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, triangle pose. So straighten through both of your legs and then reach your right arm forward. Then TikTok your hands to 6 and 12. Sass your hips back and then tuck your booty underneath you. You can take your right hand. If you have a block or a book or a pillow or something nearby, you can use that as a crutch. You can also just place your hand on your shin. But if you do that, use that to rotate your chest so that you're closer, your chest is facing the sky. If you want a little added heat, you can float that bottom hand and allow for your obliques to take in. You can also place your hand onto the inside or the outside of your front foot. I don't like to recommend that because your booty comes out when you want it to be tucked in. Yeah. Wherever you are, find a big breath in, grow your wingspan a little bit taller. Exhale, frame your front foot, pop onto the ball mount of your back foot, and then step your left foot in about a foot or so that both of your feet are flat on the earth. We'll move into pyramid pose. So, as we're here for pyramid, if the earth is a little far away from you and you have a block or a blanket or any sort of pillows that are nearby, you can grab for those. But if you can reach for the floor or whatever you decide to reach, inhale, extend out through your spine, shine through the crown of your head. And then as you exhale, try to bring your forehead and your chest closer to your front leg. Take your right thumb, place it in the hip crease, the right hip crease. Bring your right hip back in space. Yes. Beautiful. As you inhale, shine through the chest. Exhale, sink deeper into that fold. Maybe let your head hang heavy. Rock it from side to side. Letting go in your neck. Removing the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Beautiful. Find a bend into your front leg. Place both hands down onto the earth. Step back into a high plank. And then take your vinyasa. Inhale, up dog or baby cobra. Exhale, down dog. Beautiful. Inhale, lift the left leg up high, strong and straight. Exhale, low lunge. Ignite your inner thighs. Pull the left foot back and the right foot forward. Using the core, draw the line up. Ooh, see how you go wobble. Draw the line up, high crescent lunge. Find a breath in to find length. Bring the ribs out of the hips. And then exhale, sink deeper into the stretch. Allow for your heel to be over the ball mount of your back foot. Envision bringing your right hip forward in space, squaring off the hip towards the front of your space. Finding that nice bend in your knee so that it's directly over your ankle. Rising the arms up and allowing for the shoulders to rest down and away from the ears. Ignite your core, tuck your low belly up and in. Find a deep breath in. Exhale, open up, warrior two. So just as you were in the other pose, double check the back of your space. Make sure that your foot is parallel with the back of your mat. Your front toes are towards 12 o'clock. Your knee is directly over your front ankle and out towards the pinky side edge of your toes, so you can look down and see your big toe. Your fingers are rested out towards the front and the back of your space. Shoulders rested down your back. Gaze is forward. I always like to say that a lot of society allows for us to be in the confines and to be secure and in with so many, it's very compact, is what I mean to say. So allowing for yourself to take up space that you deserve. The most powerful pose in yoga is warrior two. So take up the space that you deserve. Surrender your front palm up to the sky. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Send your left arm up and back. Find that nice bend in your left knee. Fill your left side body with that nice fresh air. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, triangle. Straighten through your front leg. Sass your hips back, send your left arm forward, and then tuck those hands to 6 and 12. Take your booty, tuck it underneath you. Allow for you to find that nice floating in your obliques. You can rest your hand onto your shin, or you can float it if you want to have a little extra heat tonight. Wherever you are, reach up with your right arm a little bit more, find a bit of extra length in your wingspan. Exhale, frame your front foot, pop onto the back toes, then step the back foot in a little bit more for pyramid. Would you find yourself to be set, both feet flat onto the earth, take a breath in, shine through the chest. Exhale, start to close your gap, but allow for your back to be straight. Inhale, shine through the chest. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Take your left thumb, place it into your left hip, bring it back in space, your right hip forward. Allow for that to create that extra space in your hamstring and into your hips. And another inhale. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Find a bend into your front leg, bend, or place both hands onto the earth, step back, and take your chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or baby cobra. Exhale, down dog. Good job, you guys. Yeah. We're gonna move through that, just one breath to one movement, and then we'll go from there. So inhale, look to the top of your space. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Right arm up and back. Exhale, triangle. Reach forward. Yep, so your left arm is down towards the ground. Yeah, take a breath in, your right arm, sorry. Exhale, frame the front foot, step the back foot in for pyramid. Take a breath in, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend into your front knee, plant your hands, and then step your foot back. Take your optional vinyasa. You're always welcome to skip. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior, left arm up and back. Exhale, triangle, right arm overhead. Find a breath in to lengthen. Exhale, pyramid, step to back foot in. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, plant the hands, bend in the knee. Exhale, chaturanga. Your last chaturanga of class. Yeah, beautiful. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, come down onto your knees. We're gonna move into the yin part of our sequence. I realize it's also 10 till, so if you guys need to step off or to hop off, that's okay. It'll probably be about another 20 minutes or so. Cool? Okay, awesome. So we'll move into puppy pose. So what we're going to do is essentially reach the arms out. So like child's pose, we're here, you know, we want to have our hips over our knees and then our chest down towards the ground to open up the insides of our shoulders and our chest. So we have our hands walking out, and then eventually you want to try to get your hips to be over the knees. Your chin should be down on the earth. If this is too intense as well, you guys are always welcome to step out of it and just take child's pose. We'll only be here for a couple of breaths. And if you find that this is challenging, send your breath towards any part of the body that might be craving a little extra love. Inhale, slowly start to make your way back up on the hands and knees, and then eventually just down onto the belly. So we're gonna move into one of my favorite yoga poses. It's called Hug the Earth pose. So I'm gonna move this so you guys can see me better. So if you have I didn't mention this at the beginning of class, but if you guys have a pillow or a blanket or something that allows for you to maybe find a bit of extra space, our Hug the Earth pose is gonna be literally like a frog pose. This is how I sleep almost every night. So you just would we're gonna bring our knee out so that it's at hip height, and then your foot back and flexed. So if you wanna find a bit more intensity, you can take a pillow or something along those lines and then place your leg on top of that, and that creates more space for your hip flexors, your hip inside of your hips to open. And once you find yourself to be comfortable, you can maybe rest your hands, your forehead down onto your hands, maybe put the alternate cheek on the earth. But just take a moment to acknowledge this pose. I love the fact that it's called Hug the Earth pose, just because it's so visually accurate for what I would like to envision myself doing as I'm in this pose. Another thing that I've been practicing along with finding gratitude for my body and being present and able is acknowledging that my body consists of two separate bodies that are there's two separate entities in one body. The right and the left side are very different. So a lot of times we get frustrated because we are not as flexible, or we can't balance on one side like we can on the other. But just allowing for yourself to find a bit of grace and accept that we're working, we're a work in progress. Everything is coming along smoothly. We're able to fully function in, as best of our abilities. Start to make your way to bring your arms out to a T. We'll move into this nice little stretch that we roll over our shoulder. So the leg that you had out for Hug the Earth pose, you're just going to want to place your thigh down on the earth and bring your foot up to a 45, bring your leg to a 90-degree angle. So you reach your arms out long so that they are like a T. And then the leg that you have bent, you want to roll over your shoulder and stamp the sole of that foot on the space beside you. Yeah. So the more that your right hand is, like the higher it is towards the front of your space, the more intense it is on your the stretches on your shoulder. But this also just is a nice opening of the hip, the back, and the shoulder that's down onto the ground. If this is too intense, you're welcome to just not bring the leg over, but just start to roll onto your side and bring, yeah, allow for that. Inhale, start to come back through center. And then take the opposite leg out for the hug the earth pose. And find that pillow or that different aid that you're able to find on the first side. And then once you find yourself in this pose, maybe you rest the opposite cheek down onto the mat. Start to place that quad back down onto the earth. Run a 90-degree bend in that top leg. And then when you're ready, arms out to a T, roll over the opposite sides of the body. Planting that foot onto the space beside you. Maybe wiggling your fingers up towards the front of your mat. Finding that nice twist in the spine, opening of the shoulder, and the opening of the hip. Inhale, come back through center. Last pose that we'll do on our bellies is just Sphinx pose. So this is literally it. So if you would like to bring your forearms so that they're stamped down onto the earth, this is a nice gentle back bend. So as you inhale, you shine through the chest. You bring the shoulder blades down towards the middle of your back, broadening through the collarbones. If you want to find more intensity, you can straighten through the arms, but if you do so, don't sacrifice the back. Yeah. Let's be here for about 3 more breaths. Start to release your upper back down. Plant your hands, step back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up high. Exhale, half pigeon. Bring the right knee to the right wrist. You maybe walk your left foot back in space. Yeah. Maybe take a look over your right shoulder so that you allow for your hips to be square. And as you inhale, shine through the chest. Exhale, walking down, sleeping pigeon. Maybe using your fists as pillows. If this is too intense for you, you can always drop down onto your back and make a figure 4 stretch. I know my runners, sometimes they get a little, hips are a little intense for them. So wherever you are, as you find yourself in pigeon, allow for anything that may come up to be accepted. We carry a lot of stresses and emotions in our hips. So giving us the opportunity to give them some stretch, a lot of times they don't like to open, or when they do decide to open, there's some emotions or thoughts or things that come up. If that is the case for you, which it 100% is the case for me, just find your breath and breathe into anything that may be happening. If you feel that you are in pain, definitely find an alternative. But once you get yourself in a position that is a bit of discomfort, find that breath and send it towards the space that makes you want to fidget, makes you want to move out of this pose. Inhale, slowly start to come up onto your hands. Settle onto that right hip. And then bring the left leg forward for a figure 4. So we're here in figure 4. Maybe remove some of the goodness from beside your sit bones. And as you inhale, rise the arms up overhead. Turn the torso towards the left side of your left leg, and then exhale, start to bend over with as flat as the back as you can. And then once you can't go anymore, drop the arms down. Yeah, you can take a bend into your knee so that you get into the lower right part of your back, or you can straighten through the leg, have the nice stretch in your hamstring. Find a couple more breaths here. If you have your knee bent to get into the back, straighten it out and focus on the hamstring. If you have your leg straight for your hamstring, try to find a bend and focus on getting it into your back, switching the possibilities of this stretch. We'll only be here for a couple more breaths. Inhale, slowly start to make your way back up. Plant your hands and move into the last down dog of the day. Inhale, send the left leg up high. Exhale, half pigeon. Bring the left knee to the outside of the left wrist. Maybe sink the right leg back behind. Maybe focus your gaze over the left shoulder this time. Straightening out through the hips. Inhale, come back through center, shine through the chest. And exhale, drop down onto the forearms. Press the head down. Find satisfaction in the stillness. As we move through, opening up the hips, send your breath down into that area of the body. And then as you become more open and more relaxed, find that stillness. Resist the urge to fidget. Find that satisfaction. Send your breath. Allow for it to be an aid, a help for this pose. Inhale, slowly start to make your way up onto your hands. Saddle onto the left leg, and then bring the right leg forward for figure four. Remove the goodness from underneath the sit bones. Reach the arms up overhead. Turn the torso towards the right side, and then slowly, with the flat back, start to bend over that leg. And then lastly, drop the arms once you feel ready. If you, as you did on the other side, start with a variation of this pose that you did on your left side. So if you started with your knee bent, or your, like, then start there. If you started with it straight, start there. Yeah. Finding a nice equality on both sides. Now switch to the other variation of this pose. So maybe find the bend in the knee if it was straight, or straighten the leg if it was bent. We'll only be here for a few more breaths. Inhale, slowly start to make your way back up. Reach both legs out long. Reach both arms out long like zombie arms. Then utilizing your last little bit of core, slowly, with control, start to lower yourself down onto your mat. Bring your right knee into your chest and reach for the outer knife side edge of your foot for a half happy baby. So keep the left leg long. Find a flex in the right foot so that the foot is parallel with your ground. Then a 90-degree bend in your knee. Maybe rock a little bit from side to side, opening up the insides of the hip and getting into the IT band. Find a deep breath in. Then exhale, cross that right leg across your body for supine twist. Keeping both shoulders concrete, solid down onto the earth below. Maybe focusing your gaze towards the right side of your space, maybe closing your eyes. Inhale, come back through center. Bring both knees into your chest. Maybe rock your knees from side to side. Then extend your right leg long. Find your left foot for half happy baby. Grab onto the knife side edge of your left foot. Bring it out to the side. Find a flex in that foot so that it's parallel with the ground below. Actively pulling down on the foot and pulling up into the hand. Maybe rocking from side to side. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, take the left knee across the body for supine. Allowing your shoulders to still be heavy onto the earth. If your leg doesn't reach, then that's okay. Just let gravity do its work. Wherever you are, find a breath in. Exhale, sink a little heavier. Inhale, come back through center. Bring your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, Shavasana. Extend your legs out long. Reach your arms out long. Michelle, do you have to go? Okay. I'll call you.
Sorry, crying baby.
It's okay.
Bye.
Maybe picking up the shoulders and bringing them down away from the back, away from the ears. Allow with every inhale, you're filling up the body. With every exhale, you're getting heavier. Take this moment of rest for you. Start to deepen your breath. Find a wiggle in your fingers and your toes. You run your chin from shoulder to shoulder. Reach your arms up overhead. Find a good morning stretch. Make yourself as long as possible. From all the way to your fingers down to the toes. Gently start to roll onto whichever side is most comfortable to you this evening. Corpse pose or shavasana is the death of this practice, but it's also the death of what's not serving you. Fetal pose allows for rebirth. It allows for what you've moved for and what you've breathed for to be applied into your everyday life. Gently start to make your way up into a seat with your eyes closed and your hands to your heart center, your Anjali Mudra. We'll seal our practice today with one collective breath as if we have one lung. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your thumbs up to your third eye center, the space between your brow, your center of wisdom. The light and the love in me honors and adores the light and the love in each and every one of you. With gratitude, I bow forward. Namaste. Thank you, guys.